Hello and welcome to our Patreon subscribers exclusive content channel. Sorry for all the ums and ahs. I try to talk off the cuff as much as possible and try to think about what to say requires me to sort of have those little pauses, and it's just an old frailty of mine. I've never been used to speaking in front of a camera. I know I'm getting better at it, but we all get better at something eventually. So what I wanted to do is have a chat to you about why would you become a subscriber here in Patreon. So I've got a list of 10 points that might help you with that decision-making process. And so I'll just go through them briefly, just to give you a bit of a heads up on what we're trying to do here with our Patreon subscribers, and how it's how it eventually will create a different lifestyle, I suppose, here, and a different sort of type of content that you guys will get access to. First up, I wanted us to say is the fact that this is in no way going to be something that we're going to change with our current way we run our channel. I'm a very big believer in free content. I'm very anti-establishment, if you'd already seen some of my videos. But I've got to wake up to the reality. And the reality is the fact that Chanya needs to work, and I'm not like a multi-millionaire where we can all bum around Thailand or around the world and try to sort of give you a false sense of grandeur. Right? I'm just a regular guy here, and she's a regular girl, well, as regular as they come. And this is what we have here is a YouTube presence. We've been doing this, well, the channel's been running since 2009, but we've made a sort of definite effort with the channel since 2016 when I first came over here to participate in the Thailand life. Anyway, so what are you guys going to get out of it? Well, it gives our viewers an opportunity to take the next step with us. That's really the thing we're trying to get there, a closer bond and a closer ties with the people who enjoy our content. The second point would be it allows me to build a closer relationship with you people. You're the viewers, you're the people who make this whole thing work. It's pointless doing videos about our life just for us. We're experiencing it. What we're trying to do is we're trying to sort of present to you a lifestyle options. If you get together with some financial planning, it's something that you guys could obviously take access to as well. Not sort of saying that everybody wants to do that. Not everybody wants to live in Thailand as well. We quite appreciate that everybody has different things in their life that they want to achieve. It just happened to be one of the things that I wanted to achieve in my life, and I set my goals and made it happen. It allows us to build, well, not so much build, allows us to serve our audience, right? Serve our audience better than what we can do in our YouTube channel. YouTube is one of those places that really is, well, won't go into all the negative sort of sides of YouTube. YouTube do a great process of being able to distribute a video globally, which is their claim to fame. No other competitor, except probably maybe Facebook at some stage in the future, but no other competitor really sort of has that broad reach. And it's a platform where people can express their creativity. But unfortunately it comes with a lot of negative sort of sides as well. At least here on the Patreon sort of side of the platform, we hope to be a little bit more targeted to your enjoyment of what we do, more information about what we can impart outside that anonymous platform called YouTube. Of course, you as our Patreons, or patrons is probably the better word, you're our trusted viewers, right? You can give us valuable feedback to our video creation process. And what we're sort of saying there is the fact that you've got a direct hotline with us. We value your input over what we would get on the regular YouTube channels. So that's something to consider. We would be looking forward to what you can contribute to us. As I said, we've had Patreons come out and visit us already. We've spent the day with them, or as much as the day we can with them, and that allows us to sort of really form tighter bonds. Not everybody's going to be into that. Not everybody's going to be able to come to Thailand. People just may be looking at some of the advice clues that I can provide. I really don't know what everybody's individual requirements are, and it's only through that feedback channel. The anonymous people on YouTube, again, I listen to that as well, but as I said, they've got no commitment to obviously us and our growing channel. Whereas you people, as Patreons, you're pledging support, and hopefully, we can provide some sort of information for you guys that'll be up and beyond those sort of general public channels that is out there in the YouTube world. So probably the fifth point, it allows me to focus on making more valuable content for our viewers. As I said, like at the moment the YouTube channel, and this is the way we're going to keep the YouTube channel focus, is our daily life, because that's what brings in new subscribers. People are sort of now sort of saying more and more that they're sick and tired of sort of seeing the tourist spots and the bar girls and all the questionable video material, the infighting, the negativity. They're looking to escape that real life, right? But in the bond we will be forming here in Patreon, we'll be sort of looking at making that content more targeted to you, exclusive content only for our Patreons, and sort of build that tighter relationship. We don't actually have a budget, right, for making video at all. It never was part of my budgetary plans. And if you've seen other content from the public channel, I'm a big one that likes to work to budgets. I didn't get here without forming sort of some pretty strict budgets in my own previous life. So, in the last 20 years, that gave me I was very frugal. Planned everything. I had the intention to be here, so I found budgets, and working within a budget was always very critical. Coming here, I really had no idea what it would cost to run a YouTube channel. People tend to think it's free, and yeah, it's free to them to watch it, but they don't really see that like the camera that we're using here is like $600. And that was a couple of years ago. I would love to get a 4K camera, but now the 4K version of this camera costs $1,200. It's just not in my budget to just go out and splash $1,200. I've bought the camera support systems. I've bought additional sports cameras. I'm continuing to build my website. Like my website, that costs $100 a year to run as well. Again, these are things that are outside my budget, and at the moment, it's the current Patreon support, and I have to say the AdSense that keeps a few dollars rolling in to make it all happen. Again, but as I said, to buy a new camera, to buy sort of a special Rhodes microphone attachment to a really slick camera, so we can do really good presentations and really good video. I just don't have the sort of budget for that. It's not in my budget, so it's not going to happen. Mind you, after 12 months of maybe sort of a magician subscription or two, or even a few more magicians and assassin subscriptions, it gives me that option to sort of say, well, I've got some extra money coming in, let's go and buy that $2,000 camera gear. It'll make a big difference to the general camera work, and obviously help me produce better video. The seventh point I would probably raise here is it provides us with a consistent income to grow our channel. again, sort of, there's the camera, buying equipment. That's one sort of side, but we are limited to our reach at the moment in the fact that, Chanya works, and I don't want to sort of be away from the family for any more than 24 hours. So I've got to, how far I travel. Well, again, it's going to put limitations. Seeing a regular subscription into the channel will sort of give us the a latitude just to say, let's plan to do some trips. Chanya needs to work, right? She's got to, it's not a free ride for her. She has always known the fact it's not a free ride for her. She knows she's got to put her own input into the whole relationship and the whole financial situation of a couple living together in Thailand. We're not going to fall into those traps that many foreigners fall into, which is, she quits work and then the guy pays for everything. But, sorry, that's, that's never been part of my plan. Sorry, guys. I don't want to go through all the negative sort of side of that. But she's also a very big supporter. Now, unfortunately, she's not here to add her 2 cents worth on that. She's out there doing what needs to be done, which is studying and learning, and at the moment that is. But if she's not learning something new, she's out there actually earning an income. It's not great. The average income here in Thailand is about 15 to 20,000 baht a month. It's not a lot of money, right? But you get what I mean. I guess the 8th point that I'd like to bring up is we make free content. Right? That's where I've started. That's where I continue to come from as a point of ethics. As patrons, we're accountable to you because you're supporting us in that way that allows us to make different decisions. Free content, as we know, everything that's free usually comes with some sort of side, agenda. Well, our agenda sort of quite seriously is to, share our life and times with you. It keeps me busy. It keeps me doing something. I've retired early, and I want to give back. It's just one of those. I know it's hard for some people to understand that, but as I said, we're accountable to you guys. So definitely, sort of, if you want accountability in video and video entertainment, then being a supporter is where you need to sit. The 9th point I would probably raise is it allows our patrons to become part of the creative process. Right, as I said, when you're above the assassin level or above in our Patreon support, we will look to you for content guidance if you want to cover specific subjects. As I said, for me to go from here to Hua Hin, or here to Cha Am, or here to Kachanamburi, or out to Ayutthaya, there's $10 to $15 worth of petrol in that. People seem to think that YouTube is free, right? It is free for you guys to watch, but for me to go to those places, it actually cost me $10 in fuel. So people don't see the unseen costs. And again, it's the Patreon support. Yeah, again, that's a bit of AdSense revenue that comes in and helps pay for those petrol costs. Again, I'm quite happy to sit at home and play games on the computer. I don't need to spend money. That costs me, $20 a month to run my internet connection. So it's fairly cheap entertainment for me, but it's not really interesting entertainment for you guys. What you could understand is, help us, come up with some ideas of things you want to see. As I said, at that level, at the assassin level and above, right, we'll look to you. If you want to sort of see something special, then we're going to say, well, you've contributed already that much. It's worth us going and doing that little trip and covering that subject. So have a think about that sort of side of it as well. And I guess the last point I'd like to make is, YouTube is a very highly anonymous platform. It's you already know what we talk about, with the negativity that we get on YouTube, and most of that is because of the fact that people have got, people who go to that platform have got nothing to lose. right? If we ban them from the way, we can't actually ban them from watching the videos. That's sort of YouTube want you watching the videos because they want you watching the ads. But we can mute those dissenting voices on the channel, and we do that quite often. People who come and want to have a go at some sort of gender bias or some sort of like the whole earning money issue. I'm sorry, this is the real world we live in here. It costs money to live in a planet. The corporations there, they run the place. And just for us to be part of it, there's outgoings for everybody, right? So I'm not able to work, right? So this is one method that I can generate some additional revenue. And again, the revenue we make here, we plough back into the whole process, right? So it helps the channel grow. But as I said, as patrons to the channel, you've made a commitment to us to be part of that process. Your opinions are valued highly with us, and we look forward to your ongoing support to help us grow our free-to-air platform and our special patrons and subscribers content. So definitely, if that's the sort of thing you're looking for from this channel, make a pledge. You don't have to. You'll still be able to see us on the regular channels, right? But we're here to help you guys understand more about what goes on in Thailand and more about the whole idea of beating the rat race. You might not choose Thailand to retire in, but there's plenty of places outside Western society that does make it affordable for people on a limited budget to actually enjoy the rest of their life, right? And some of the clues that we give here on our channel may help you make those decisions for your future planning as well. So if you're choosing to be with us, guys, we thank you for your support. So cup and car, and we'll see you on the channel. Bye for now.